Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whenever this video finds you, my prayer is that it finds you in a good place mentally, physically, and spiritually. And if not, as always, I pray that I can say something today that just uplifts your day. So before I say anything besides my little intro, let me state this. A lot of us have issues meeting our goals because our desire is greater than our work ethic. Our desire is greater than our work ethic. All right. Now let me tell you where that came from. Not that God laid that on my heart, but I was actually listening to Shannon Sharp. He said a quote that his granddad used to say. His granddad used to tell him, so what? You get up early in the morning and go to the gym, or you get up early in the morning, like, what does it matter if you're not doing anything with your time? I'm kind of paraphrasing a little bit, right? But so when I was just running, I thought back to like the things that I was gonna share with everybody today for my Sweat Chronicles, and I realized, I'm like, man, that's so true. And I held myself accountable because I realized that what I just told you, a lot of times the desire is there. My desire is there. The desire to want to achieve whatever goal, not give up, whatever it is in life. The desire is there, but the work ethic is missing. Well, there's not enough work ethic put involved. So when I was running, a few things came up in my head to help, I think, combat that for me. Might not work for you, but I'm gonna share it with you. It works for me. Number one, like the name of this video is called Embrace the Tune Up and Tune In. All right, embrace the tune up and tune in. Now, it's a two-part metaphor there, because number one, the embracing part. Let me tell you where that came from. I was thinking about how whenever I was in high school, and I know some folk that all 4 years that I was in high school, they had braces. And then I remember checking like social media later on, or maybe running across them later on in life, and they were still wearing braces, right? And it got me to thinking, like, why are they still wearing braces? And what I've come to find out in some cases, some people actually, they maybe they didn't do the right things they needed to do to maintain after the brace was taken off. So maybe they had a retainer they were supposed to wear, maybe it was like not eating certain things. Maybe they got them taken off too early, you know what I mean? And so at the end of the day, they had to get them back on to get realigned. So immediately it spoke to my spirit when I was thinking about that, because I realized the same way when it comes to like, whatever goal we're trying to accomplish in life, the important part is embracing it and trusting the process enough to where we don't take the quick way out. We don't just take the shortcut, because the shortcut can still get us to the final destination. And listen, a lot of those people who got the braces taken off, it didn't mean that their teeth was not aligned. It didn't mean that their teeth was not straight at that point in time. But later on, because they didn't continue to maintain afterwards, they wasn't aligned anymore, and that whole process was for nothing. So first of all, I just want to encourage people to, I always hear people say, trust the process, and I believe it. But I mean, like I said, when I thought about the braces, I was like, wow, like, imagine all those times you had to go get your teeth tightened. You might have had the rubber bands. I had braces on the bottom, so I know the struggle a little bit, but not as bad as some folk, and so why go through these trials and tribulations and these struggles and these times we have to commit for all these years to a process that we don't maintain afterwards to stay aligned with what our goals are. Last but not least, I'm gonna try to keep this kind of quick for y'all. The other thing was the tune in for the tune up. All right, so actually this idea was laid on my heart yesterday when I ran. I said I was only gonna do 2 miles, but I was like, nah, man, I've been released now, so I can run more. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock out another 4 miler. So on the second loop, this 2 mile late. It was crazy because I realized that, you know, I started feeling a little fatigued and stuff and everything. And then all of a sudden, this song came on that I liked. And next thing I know, I had picked the pace up. And I heard my first mile time. I was like, oh man, I kind of picked it up and I didn't even mean to. And it reminded me of, like, again, my life and how I think it's synonymous with the music because, you know, music speaks to the soul, I feel. And, you know, sometimes we can hear things that it can, you know, like when I hear It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday, A Boy's the Man, like that always choked me up because that's what they played at my sister's funeral, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I mean, there's other things that get, like, you know, there's other music that just immediately perks might make you feel good. You think about going to church, you know, think about how certain stuff there can uplift you or whatnot. But what I realized is, just like we're running, like, I could be dog tired, man, like panting, tongue hanging out, and then when that right song come on, it might only be a quick burst of energy, but all of a sudden I feel rejuvenated. I'm like, oh man, I get to roll in my body doing something I wouldn't even expect me to do. And sometimes I have to taper it off a little bit because I'm like, hold on, I'm doing too much. So again, it reminds me of another way to encourage everybody that on your road to your goals, you know, I want to ask you, what are you listening to? What are you tuning into? All right. And sometimes some of us, we need to tune into stuff that's like not even music. Sometimes it might be something like, you know, tuning in with the man upstairs, you know, getting our relationship right. Sometimes it's tuning in to love, you know, learning how to love on people and fix broken relationships and situations. I just had somebody tell me yesterday about a situation that I didn't realize in the end that, you know, the way I handled something really kind of hurt them, you know, and you know, again, like, you know, I think sometimes we gotta, you know, get that tune up and dial back into the positivity that we need, you know, and so that's why I want to encourage people to, again, embrace the tune up and tune in to the right things in life. I can't tell you what it is, you know, but I can tell you what works for me. Again, I always wanted this, you know, relate, and then I always want to, you know, just leave a question, you know, with you guys, which is, you know, are you taking your braces off too early? Or are you not maintaining after those braces are off in life? You know, once that process is completed, are you still maintaining to stay aligned with what your goals are? And also, what are you listening to? What are you feeding your spirit, man? What are you feeding your mind? What are you listening to? What are you tuning into? And do you need to tune up? Listen, I love you like the same way Jesus loves me. I'm trying to be the change I want to see in the world. I want everybody to be blessed, be an example, be encouraged. That's all. Sweat Chronicles is done for the day.